This is my video for random things mine. First is a stick. Yes, a stick. I found it years ago, I think in the park. It had bark on it originally. I took that off and then I sanded it down. I originally intended to do something with it, maybe make a small bakuto type thing, wooden blade type thing. That didn't go through. By the way, there's another much larger stick in the backyard. It's slightly curved like a katana. I call it Muramasa or Murasami. I don't know. I alternate between those two. It's really long. I have sharpened it at the tip. I originally intended to make it sharp all the way along the edge, but well, sharp is a relative term, but sharper. Anyway, I don't really use it anymore, but I still got it. Okay, this is a trick box that my sister got me. I'm not sure where she got it. It might have been Scotland or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, what you do is you pull that forward, take that off, take the key out, which by the way is just a flattened piece of metal and shape. You stick it in there, turn it. Oops. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. There we go. There. It opens. It's got a little mirror for some reason. Hey, you can see the camera and my face there. And inside is a little prism that I got ages ago when I was a kid. Apparently it was $11, which is a huge ripoff. It's a little chipped, unfortunately. It must have dropped ages ago, but it's got nice color effects. You can't really see them properly, but it does have a distinct artificial quality about it, the effects. Okay, moving on. This is something that I sort of made. Me and my brother were at the park. I took him to the park, but of course I enjoyed myself being a big kid, swinging on a swing, of course. Anyway, one of us found this. It's a very soft stone. It originally did not look this. It was originally a little more properly rectangle shape. It was more coarse. And I sanded it down. As I said, it was very soft. I sanded it down. And then when I dunked it in water, I noticed it brought out all these nice grain details. And I thought, I'd like to keep it that way. So I tried oil. Oil also brought out the details, but it dried rather fast, which of course kind of defeats the purpose. So it hit upon me, maybe I should coat it in wax or something. So I had a cup of hot water and I dumped wax in it. Yes, that's right, I put wax in hot water, which melted, and since it was lighter than water, it floated on the surface. So I dunked one end in there, and then flipped it around, dunked the other end in there, and then I smoothed it out with my finger mostly. And this is the result. I'm rather proud of it, actually. I do kind of like showing it off if I ever think about it. Sort of like a kid showing off a class product to his mother or something like that. And anybody else who wants to take a look at or doesn't want to. Anyway, it looks really nice in my opinion. I did another one, similar project with I think it was just a piece of just a regular white stone with quartz infused in it, and that didn't turn out as well as the second time you do something. It just tends to not work out that well sometimes. The original is almost always the best because it's sort of like a proof of concept thing. Anyway, I still keep this around. I made it years ago. And that brings me to the last thing. This. It's a design I came up with in high school when I was bored, You know how high school was. You just doodle around, don't do work, whatever. Anyway, on my free time I came up with this. It goes like this, that way. That's how I designed it. When I was in high school, I was interested in doing things geometrical shapes. So this is made entirely of straight lines that also form triangles inside them. There's a triangle there, there's a triangle here, there's a triangle there. There's also a little rectangle in there, though it doesn't appear perfect. And there's also a triangle shape there. You can also combine multiple ones like that. Eh, anyway, I was bored at work. Yes, I was at work, much like in school. I had some free time. It was really not very busy at all. But don't tell them. You know, I'm supposed to be working even if there isn't much work. Okay. Anyway, so I took parts of boxes. I'm basically what they call my job description is grocery clerk, which is a nice way of saying stock booty. Yes, not a glamorous job, not a fun job whatsoever. And despite it being brainlessly easy, it is just I don't know. It's worse than hard work in a way. Anyway, I basically took pieces of tape off boxes um, and used them to stick the parts together. So it turned out rather well considering I just did it for kicks. Okay, and that's it for today. That's all I've got. Okay, goodbye, and maybe you'll actually see something in the future. Not that you particularly want to, I'm sure you were rather bored about all this. Bye bye.